What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to another video. It is a absolutely gorgeous day outside. But anyway, there's a little bit of wind. We're gonna pop inside. I don't think you guys can hear me. We have got another massive announcement in today's video. All right, we have been procrastinating long enough. Today is the day. This thing is going to start. I don't care if we are here all day, all night. This thing is firing up in this video. But real quick, stay with me. Listen for just a couple minutes. Announcement number one, the forklift fits inside the shop with everything here. Announcement number two, we're talking kind of fast. Announcement number two is the second channel. The first video is up. If you guys have not checked that out, the link is down below. Go watch that video if you guys want. It's up to you. It's your choice. Anyway, all right. Announcement number three is the big one. Now, with all of the Rona nonsense that has been going off, the timing of this is kind of way off because it's a long story that I don't have time to tell you guys on here. Maybe the second channel. But anyway, we're gonna start doing giveaways. Now, that opens up all of these questions. Now, we are not going to be giving away trucks or cars. We'll end it there. We're not gonna give away trucks or cars. I wanna do something different. There is so many people, and I mean so many people doing car and truck giveaways. I respect the hustle of every single one of those guys, but we're just not gonna do that. I've never wanted to do anything the same as anybody else. So we're gonna do something different. Now, real quick rant on Wrenchworks, right? Wrenchworks, for those of you guys who don't know that maybe have been in here, Allie's out there walking around. What's she doing? What is she doing? I think she's out there taking pictures. Ooh, she got her shades on and everything. All right, so for those of you guys who have not been around since the beginning, started Wrenchworks a long time ago, clothing brand to help support the channel and help, basically you guys really wearing something that represents what you guys are into and passionate about wrenching away on your projects. Like, that's what Wrenchworks is. Wrenchworks is all of you guys out there in your garages, your homes, wherever it may be, cars, dirt bikes, trucks, equipment. If you got a passion and you're out there getting the work done, wrenching away, like, that is what Wrenchworks is. To the core, that is what I believe. Just like the last video, going out to Sawyer's farm, putting a clutch in, we're doing it on the ground. You gotta do it. That's it. You gotta put in the hard work, so that is what Wrenchworks is all about. And I wanted to do something to the core of what can we do to help give back to you guys. That's an obstacle, that's a hurdle for you guys doing some of the work, and that is tools. Tools make the world go round. They make doing jobs, big and small, much easier. They are the difference between you getting really angry, not having the correct tool, and something going completely smooth. So I wanted to help you guys overcome that and just give you guys, everybody loves a good tool collection, right? Am I right? So perfect timing for right now. We're gonna do our first little mini giveaway for Father's Day. So right when this video goes up, there may be about a week or so until Father's Day. So we're gonna do the drawing right before Father's Day. Everything is wrenchworks.com. Any order for like 20 bucks or above, any order over $20, like a t-shirt or $20 above will get you an entry. We're not gonna be doing any of these 10, 15, 30, 100, 7,000 times entries. That's not how we're gonna do it. We're gonna keep it simple. I've always tried to keep things simple and nice for you guys. We've always tried to keep our clothing. You guys work super hard. I know you guys work super hard for your money. We are not gonna be charging $30, $35, $40 for a t-shirt. And again, don't read into my comments too much, but I'm just reiterating the point, like t-shirts are 20 bucks, that's a pretty standard thing for a high quality t-shirt. We are not lowering the quality of our t-shirts ever. That's not what I believe in. I spend countless hours making sure everything is perfect in the garage and on the brand side too. So anyway, for Father's Day, for the first little mini giveaway, and I didn't actually plan to match my red Gatorade, but probably one of the most versatile tools out there, 3/8 impact look at the nut busting. We got 250 foot-pounds of nut busting torque. Obviously, you guys need a battery and a charger. So this is gonna be our first little giveaway. Now, again, timing is all messed up, but I can assure you there are way bigger things coming down the line that are going to seriously, I can't wait. Like, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to get into it right now, but it is going to be so awesome for you guys, and it will help so many of you guys out. So that's my passion. That's what I want to give you guys as much knowledge as I can. I want to help you guys out whatever I can. And tools is one of those things where I hate not having the right tool. So a lot of you guys out there are younger. You're just getting started. You're either in school or you're already working, maybe in your first job. I'm telling you, what's coming down the line will help you tremendously. Anyway, also, if you order anything within the first day, I'm just gonna throw this stuff in. This is kind of random stuff, you know, Snap-on bottle opener. And I also have a complete set, I believe this is for an NV5600, because it's 6-speed, reverses up and over, and T-case shift knob. And then I've also just got one, and these are South Bend anodized. This is also for an NV5600. So I'm gonna keep these together. I'm gonna send this one separate. I don't care if you do or don't have an NV5600. You can do whatever you want with it. It can be a paperweight. I can sign anything if you want. But anyway, this is going to be the grand prize. Every 20 bucks gets you just one single entry. Another big, massive point that I want to get across right now, right off the bat with kind of releasing this information to you guys. This channel will never become a sweepstakes, blow up every single video for 3 to 4 minutes about go buy this stuff to get entered into this stuff. I want to offer this stuff to you guys. I want to make it cool. I want to make it fun. I want to make it interactive, but we will not be spending tons of time in every single video trying to convince you guys to buy this stuff. I won't do that. I'm not trying to push anything by any means. Excuse me, leaving that one in. But it's just, I know you guys don't want to hear me try to tell you to go do that for 4 to 5 minutes every single video before we even get to the content. So this one's a little long-winded. Bear with me. I'm just trying to give you guys all of the information, but just know that that's coming down the line. This will not turn into a sweepstakes orientated channel whatsoever. We're gonna stay to working on stuff, racing, blowing stuff up, setting stuff on fire, you know, the normal around here. So that is what we are going to stick with. Anyway, guys, I think that pretty much covers all of the major and minor details. The big drop, let's just call it the big drop. News will be totally separate. That's coming down the line. But for now, for Father's Day, for our first little mini week-long launch giveaway, you got the impact gun here, battery charger, brand new in the box. It has not even been opened. Look, there's still tape on it. I have not even opened up, but I know this is, I chose this specifically, and that's gonna be the other thing too. This is all kind of coming from my experience. We're gonna pick things that I personally know are useful, that will help you guys. I picked this gun specifically because it's their mini compact version. A lot of people will always have 3/8 size sockets, so we went with a 3/8 super compact, went with a bigger battery, again, on purpose, because some of those little batteries, they tend to wear out, you know, so we went with the bigger battery, compact 3/8. This is a very, very versatile, whether it doesn't really matter what you're working on, 3/8 is the more common of everything. So that's it. We are going to do the drawing right before Father's Day and announce it probably on Father's Day. So anyway, back to the content on hand. This is what we are going to be working on. Let's go over some small little things that we are going to be doing, and then we're going to fire. We're going to fire this baby up today. I don't care. So my air dog has been on here for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. Only maintenance that I'm really doing besides filters is replacing this 1/2-inch push lock hose because it's got some cracking in it. We're gonna replace that. I've got those out from underneath the truck. We've got to do a couple little miscellaneous things up here. Tighten the valve cover down, connect our fuel rail, connect some fuel lines up here, and I believe that is it. And then we can actually get this baby running, and we can do our first hot retorque. Once the first hot retorque is done, then we can go ahead and assemble the front end. But for now, let's just get this baby, let's get this thing fired up. I'm not gonna do any more talking, I promise. We'll do some talking if I find anything in the middle, but we're just gonna roll the B footage, we're gonna get to work. Before we get too far, we have wrapped up quite a bit on this thing. Just want to go over that because we are pretty much ready to let this thing fire up. So went ahead and replaced all of the AirDog fuel lines, went ahead and put new AirDog filters on. And what we're gonna do, and this is really, really important, obviously we filled it back up with fuel. It's got about 5 or 6 gallons in it. We're gonna go ahead, prime and flush all of the hoses out. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bump the key a couple times and let the hose, before we connect it to our CP3, pump some fuel out. That way, in case there is any debris or anything in the fuel lines, anything in the, just anything, before it gets up to the CP3 here, that is very, very important. I always do that pretty much every single time that we pretty much do anything fuel related. So you can see we've got the hose there dangling on the ground. We're gonna go ahead, put it in a bucket, cycle the key before we go ahead and put that on the CP3. But everything from the back to the front is pretty much done. As you can see, we have done quite a bit over here. All of the wiring is back up on top here. The fuel rail is now completely tightened down. All the fuel lines are back on. All the fuel lines down here, all the fuel return. You can kind of see our FLEECE stock fuel filter delete block there. So that is done. Feed and return are all done. And yeah, we got the sensors plugged in wherever they need to be. We're probably gonna have a check engine light on just because everything's kind of disconnected, but I did put these sensors in there for now. We're not gonna put the intake on it quite yet. We did connect the downpipe down here. I will say this, I was a little worried about the fitment on this downpipe just because this is my first manifold flipped up turbo setup, but take a look at this EVILFAB downpipe. The fitment on this thing, man, plenty of room. I'm telling you, this thing fits good. I was super, super pumped on the fitment of that EVILFAB downpipe, that's for sure. Even plenty of clearance on that AC line. Again, not sure up in the air whether we're gonna heat wrap that or not. We gotta put our blanket on that it came with the kit. A lot of finishing touches stuff that I'm not gonna worry about until I fire this thing up, know that this thing is good to go, and probably do the finishing touches after the first hot retorque. We're gonna do the first hot, again, I'll explain this a little bit. I don't put any coolant in this thing just for the simple fact of, one, making sure everything is good. Two, we'll go ahead and put a temperature on the oil filter and monitor the oil temperature. Once it gets up to a certain temp, we'll go ahead and shut it off and do the hot retorque. It's not gonna get hot enough for it to overheat or damage anything. This is how Fleece and Freedom and tons of people do their first initial hot retorque without any of the front end, without any of the coolant. Saves a lot of time, especially if you have some dumb thing happen and you have to end up pulling something apart. So I believe that is pretty much it for the update. We went ahead and got our AMSOIL 1540 in there, the AMSOIL oil filter over here. Can't see it, the label's facing in when I tightened it up, but AMSOIL in there as always. Got that good 1540. Last but not least, what we're gonna do before we fire it up is go ahead and install our Banks Monster Ram. This beautiful thing. You guys already know, we run this on everything. All of the airflows. We'll go ahead and put in our #1 injector line. You guys know that the Banks intake manifold uses their own OE quality injector line to maximize airflow inside here. We'll go ahead and do that just because of the sensors in the back of our other one. Go ahead, swap everything over, and that, I believe, is the last piece of the puzzle before this thing tries to crank up. Oh boy, boys, we are here, we are ready. As soon as fuel comes out of this baby, we are starting this sucker up. Look at that. There we go, nice clean fuel. We'll run this hose up there and we'll start cranking on this baby. See if we can't get her to fire up. Not gonna lie, a little nervous, slightly nervous. All right, this is it. This is it. We're just waiting for Allie to come out so she can give us a second set of eyes while someone's in there cranking it, so we can kind of just check on everything out here at the same time, make sure we're all good. We have got our Banks Monster Ram on here. Everything is hooked up, everything's connected. I kind of got this battery cable just out of the way of the belt. We should be good. I got the fuel system primed. We've got our main line from our air dog hooked up to our CP3, bumped the pump a couple times. Again, guys, on these common rails, you do not bleed the fuel lines like you do like the VP trucks or the 12 valves. Everything is self-bleeding, so whatever you do, it might take a while to crank, but you don't need to crack a fuel line. So really, we just have to crank it. Hopefully the batteries are good. They've been sitting for a little while, but should be good. Sometimes they crank over real easy, and sometimes you gotta crank them for a little while. So fingers crossed that we should be good. Everything should be good. Whew, it's a big day. It's a big moment. Yeah. All right, well, we are definitely smoking out the entire shop, but it does run, it does fire up. I'm still kind of processing the sounds coming from it. It doesn't quite sound exactly how I was envisioning it sounding. It doesn't sound as smooth as I really had thought. So I'm still kind of thinking about that, processing that. A lot of new parts on this build. And it still has not had any tune revisions, so keep that in mind. And again, it doesn't have an intercooler on it as well, so they sound a little different when you don't have any type of air going through it. I'm not sure if that does or doesn't have anything to do with the way that it sounds, but I am going to still chalk this up as a win this evening. It starts, it runs, the dash does have a couple lights on it just because of all of the sensors and stuff like that. There's a lot going on that we're pretty much gonna call it for this evening. It is already past 10 o'clock. As most of you guys know who follow me on Instagram, we are doing 75 hard. We listen to Andy Frisella. We still have to do this evening's workout. And like I said, it's 10:30 right now, so we are gonna call it this evening so I can go ahead and wrap up this evening. Still gonna edit this video for you guys, but huge success, one step ahead, just forward, just another step done, another day down in completion to getting this thing done, dialed in, and ready. Obviously, when you want to get something completely dialed in, it takes a little bit of time. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're working through the process, but it is running again. There's no fuel leaks that I can see or anything like that, so I'm very happy about that, and we'll just have to work out the little kinks. It's always the little kinks at the end. We'll go ahead, get it hot, get it retorqued, redo the valve lash, but yeah, that is it for this evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys go grab some stuff from Wrenchworks, get entered in that, and look forward to the big stuff ahead, guys. Really, it's gonna be awesome. So anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.